David, welcome to Brutally Honest. We're so stoked to have you. A reason we wanted to have David on the podcast is I feel like all the time we're saying like, don't do this, like ghosting is fine. But we never get the other perspective of like the other person in the relationship who actually is the receiver of all the things that we tell girls to do or the advice that we give. So we were like, we just need to hear from a source.
I feel like we're getting an inside look on the male brain, how they think, what they want, what they don't want.
Yeah, what they really care about.
We're really just opening the curtain.
And I feel like we need to give some credentials for you.
Yeah.
Might be the wrong curtain, but...
I think it's the exact right one.
He's like, careful what you wish for. But some credentials. Okay, obviously you're a guy. How long ago did you get married?
Yeah, my stats.
Yeah, your stats.
Yeah, give us.
Got married at 30.
Okay.
So it's possible.
It's possible. I know in Utah that's like you're ancient.
Yeah, but I guess like outside of Utah it's like normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got married last year in February, so it'll be almost a year in February.
Yep.
Congrats.
That's exciting.
Single for like 6 or 7 years before that. A lot of flings, a lot of month relationships. It was great.
See, this is why you're the perfect person to talk to.
A lot of failure.
He's in and out of relationships all the time.
Best time of your life, though. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
No, and David is also our brother's very best friend and also the funniest person that we know.
Yeah.
Like, for the record, I would trust David with like your advice with anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, great.
So let's get going.
Yes. One thing that's hard is like if you're a guy, it's super obvious if you're into someone because you're just gonna ask him out eventually.
Yeah.
Like if you're down. But if I'm a girl and I'm trying to let you know that I want you to like ask me out, like let's say we're friends and I'm like, no, I want to go to the next step with you. Like I would like you to ask me out. How do I do that? And what is a way that's like not weird / doesn't ruin the friendship if you don't want to take that next step?
Okay. There's a couple things. So is this if you're like friends with someone or is this like someone you've seen at parties, you're in the scene with?
Can we do both?
Yeah, let's do friends first and then we'll do like random.
Friends first.
That one's tough.
It's tough because both need to be mutually interested. I don't think you can. Like if someone's like, maybe, maybe not, and one person's into it, it usually just won't work.
No.
So if it's friends, I think you kind of have to go through someone else in order to figure it out.
Okay. Like have someone like send a feeler like, do you think he's interested?
Yeah. There was always times like in the past where it'd be like, hey, what do you think about this person? Like, have you ever thought about going out with them? And then you can kind of gauge it. But friend groups are tough. I don't know. Because like, especially if you're older and you've got a good friend group, you don't really want to ruin it. Mm-hmm. But then I go back and forth because it's also like, well, you're not going to hang out with that friend group forever, so who cares?
Yeah.
And like once you get married, like you're probably not going to be friends with them.
So I don't know if I have a good answer, but I don't know. Honestly, I guess my answer would be just send it. Who cares?
That's actually really good advice.
Okay, so when you say send it, like, do you prefer like a text?
Are you saying from the girl's perspective?
From the girl's perspective.
Like,
From the
girl's
perspective.
Yeah.
Like how?
Because it's like you send it and ask him out. But for me, like, do you want the girl to ask their friend out?
No.
See?
Here's the problem is if a girl asks, I think anytime a girl asked me out, it lasted no longer than 1 to 2 days.
Thank you.
And I think that's terrible to say. I love women. I'm a feminist. Don't cancel me. But
no, but so many guys like, I love it when a girl asks me out. And I'm like, no, you don't.
It's
like
wrong.
You're saying
They're completely wrong.
Totally.
Or they're soft. I don't know. It's one of the two. The problem with the girl asking out a guy, the guy would have asked her out at that point.
Yeah.
If they were interested. So if they're not, then it's a girl that you're not really interested asking you out, and then you feel awkward and obligated to go out on the date.
Yeah.
Which happens to girls all the time. But
yeah,
friend groups are tough.
Yeah. So if I've been friends with someone for 6 months and they haven't asked me out, should I just kind of like give up a little bit? Be like,
I would give up because I would also say don't leave any stone unturned. Like what if
that's true.
They are down too and they're also thinking the same thing?
Yeah.
That's why I would go through the friend approach.
Okay, so basically it's like if we're friends, I'm like, hey Rach, can you ask David maybe if he's down? Like if we were in like some sort of scenario.
Yeah.
You know, I think that is kind of sick.
I think I honestly think I've done that. I did that a couple times.
But what if you like don't know them? Like you're not friends. You've seen them a couple different places.
Okay, there's like a lot of things that like, are we talking like the gym? Are we talking like seeing him at a party? Okay, so at the gym, this is what I would do. So Matt's wife, Gabby, we would go to the gym. And then if I saw a girl that I thought was cute, I would have Gabby go be friends with her. It's kind of manipulative a little bit, but I would have Gabby go be friends with her. And then either ask for her number or like get her name or something, and
Yeah.
then that's kind of how I would go in. Maybe it was whether Instagram or another mutual friend that I actually know.
Yeah, and if I'm a girl, am I just like making eyes at you at the gym?
Yeah, like,
am I walking by a lot?
Okay, if you think you're sending a message, you're not, because guys are stupid and won't pick it up. Like that's just what it is. Like there's been so many times where girls are like, "Oh, this person's interested." I'm like, "How?" And they're like, "Oh, they thought they were like sending a message," and I'm like, "I have no idea."
So then,
So there's also like tiptoeing the line of like, how do you like say, "Hey, I'm interested, but I'm not."
Yeah.
Make yourself available. I don't know. I think it's easier once a guy has already asked you out.
Yeah.
There's very
Yeah.
clear cut signs, but like leading up to it, I would also just go through a mutual friend. I think honestly, networking is like the way to go in dating. 100%.
It always comes back to that.
No, legit.
In every facet of life.
I would just ask like a mutual friend and just be like, hey, like put a feeler out.
Yeah.
Someone you trust. Don't be someone who's like an idiot and just be like,
Like,
this person likes you. You should go out with them.
Oh, we've all had to
Oh,
make
yeah,
those.
that
Those
is
people are
true.
actually the
And then it
worst.
kind of ruins it. So
Yeah.
But I would go through, honestly, if I was a girl, I would go through like a mutual.
Yeah.
okay, what if,
Mutual friend.
I know I'm making this hard for you, but like, what if literally she sees you at the gym and you have no mutual friends? Like, does like a, hey, are you almost done with this machine kind of work? Like,
No,
how many
because
sets do you have left?
here's the thing. I think I'm different because like the gym's my happy place and I don't want to ruin it for anything.
Okay, what
So
if
even
you're
if
at
a
a
girl-
party?
Yeah.
Like even a party.
Can she strike up a
Can
conversation
she strike up a
with you?
conversation?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think
strike up a conversation.
like I think if you make it so it's like there's no expectations,
Okay.
and then it's like, well, then just like be fun, and then I'm like, oh, that was actually like really fun to talk to that person.
Yeah.
There's a certain threshold of cuteness. Then
Yeah.
like I'd probably try to figure out how to ask her out.
And then
Yeah.
like next time you're like, oh wait, she might be interested. She talked to me. I'll ask her out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that makes sense.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Granted, it's really hard to like just go talk to someone at a party these days. I don't
Yeah.
know, but it's definitely got to be more subtle if it's too straightforward. Then it's like
Like turn off immediately.
not immediately. I don't know.
No,
It's
you've
so
got 2 dates before the turn off happens. You've 1 to 2 dates is what he said.
No, okay, that's fair.
Then it's over.
Because also like if it's a smoking hot girl that comes and talks to you, you're like, yeah, great, be as forward as you want, you know?
You're like, yeah, I'll marry you tomorrow. Fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
More the middle ground looks wise.
It's the honest truth here.
Things get dicey.
That's
That's tough.
Okay, I feel like we flushed that out pretty
No,
well.
that was a great one.
Okay, next question.
Okay, what does it mean if he likes my Instagram story? Like he doesn't swipe up and say anything or strike up a conversation. He likes it or sends an emoji, like the fire emoji.
Yeah.
He's not experienced, but it is experience. There's like 2 schools of thought. One, he's interested and it's subtle.
He's just like
It's like a drip
signaling.
campaign
Yes.
almost of like
Staying top of mind.
just staying top of mind.
You're like, I need 6 touches.
and you
before I ask her
don't
out.
maybe want to be like too forward. You just
Yeah.
kind of want to like get out there. Second one is they're just trying to maintain contact to maybe have a Nickmo or just random hookups. It really is what it is.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, what if it's someone coming back around? Like you kind of dated, broke up, and then now they're kind of coming back with the.
I know it's worked out in the past, but I just don't. My hot take is that like you break up once, it's just like
It's done.
it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it works out for some people, but
Yeah, especially when it's been like 6 months to a year. It's like I
Yeah.
fear it's over.
What do you feel like when like you used to like post a story and like a girl liked your story? Like, were you kind of like, oh well, maybe
I'm not
she
an
likes.
Instagram guy.
Okay, so you didn't even think anything of it.
He didn't
Maybe
really
if they
post
like
stories.
liked my picture that I posted in a while.
Okay.
But even then, it almost feels like too
You
straightforward.
know, you don't really. Am I thinking about it? You didn't really post on Instagram ever.
Yeah, and I don't know. If guys post a lot, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's so true.
I don't know. It's like, I think maybe what needs to happen is you need to facilitate the chase. Girls need to facilitate. Because
Yeah.
guys want to chase. It's just a thing that wants to happen.
Yeah.
And it might be sexist, but it's just like, guys want to feel like they're going out and they're making it happen.
Yeah.
Even though they're probably not.
Ladies, we have this on record. Guys want the chase.
And girls want to be chased too. Let's
girls
be
are
honest.
so
You want to be
true.
pursued. Like
No,
what?
yeah.
Like it's not fun to pursue a guy that has no interest in
Yeah,
you.
you want to feel wanted, so
Yeah.
it's like fun.
Yeah, totally.
I think it's a give and take both sides, but I don't know what facilitating would look like. Maybe it's swiping up on a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inquiring through a mutual friend. I don't know.
I love the inquiry that they're sending out. What if
networking
like
guy.
you've seen a girl at 2 parties and then she follows you on Instagram. Like, is that kind of too much? Like, she
No,
found
I
you on
think that's great,
Instagram and then
actually.
followed you.
Okay.
Like, you guys definitely know each other. If it's like a cold follow, I don't know, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I think that's a great first step. Because honestly, if I
Okay.
met a girl at a party that I thought was cute, didn't get her number, didn't ask her out or anything, and then she followed me, I'd probably DM her
Okay, there you go.
within the week.
Do you usually ask the girl out on like the first like meeting, or is it usually
No.
like okay? So you like you
that's
have-
not my style specifically,
I
but
feel like that's kind of normal though.
Yeah,
You know
I feel
what
like a lot of guys like, I need to kind of know you first if I want to take you out.
yeah.
You try to
Yeah.
be smooth. I feel like too. Like there's
Because
no
then you don't want to be
flawedness.
over eager, and
Yeah,
then it's like,
exactly.
I don't know. They don't know who you are, so you don't want to make them feel like uncomfortable. Like, I met you 2 seconds ago, so like, let's go out on a date.
Yeah.
You kind of want to have like
Yeah.
a certain baseline of like,
Yeah.
I know a few things about this person. We talked at a party.
Yeah.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
fun to go out and grab dinner.
For
Okay,
sure.
love it.
Then you can like actually have a conversation with them.
Okay.
Something else is dating apps, though.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This was my tried and true method. I would never.
Okay.
So I
Okay,
had
yes.
Mutual and I had Hinge,
Okay.
Okay.
and I went on a ton of dates from both, but never from the app. It was never from the app.
Okay.
So I would always go find them. This sounds creepy, but I would find them on Instagram.
Okay.
And 9 times out of 10 I would have a mutual friend. So either I would have the mutual friend like reach out and get a feeler out, or if it was just completely cold, there was no one I trusted as a mutual friend, I would just DM.
That's smart.
That's really
Because
and, you know,
nobody wants to be found on on Hinge
No,
or
it's
Mutual,
like,
it's
especially
kind of
Mutual.
icky.
No.
Yeah.
No,
I
that's
know.
terrible.
That's smart.
So would you ever like them on Hinge, or like you're just if you like them you're like, no, I'm just gonna go follow her.
Yeah. Like, would you like match with them or whatever?
I don't remember. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't think, in my mind, I remember it not being as important as just like finding them on Instagram, because it felt like a more. I don't know what people do with Instagram now, but I feel like Instagram is just kind of like the way to do it.
I know,
Yeah,
I feel like
for
it
sure.
is like a modern day dating app basically.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
This is a very elaborate plan you had. Like, you had like a multifaceted
7 years,
like
babe.
going to it. This was systematized.
It worked.
And I love that you kind of branded yourself. You're like, I don't want to meet my girlfriend on a dating app.
Yeah, you're
I
like,
actually
we're
kind of
not.
love that.
Yeah. Ultimately, nothing came of it, and I knew my wife at BYU, so it was like.
Like whatever.
But it works a lot for people.
Yeah,
I know it's true. No,
Gave a
you have
lot of
friends.
at-bats.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'll
true.
say.
That's true.
You need
learn.
numbers. You need volume.
Yeah. Is there something on a girl's profile that was like an immediate no for you? Like, if she had this, you were like, you're out.
Or is it literally like, if she's hot, then I'll swipe.
Then I'm down.
That's the tough thing. It's so shallow, but yeah, like you could say whatever you wanted if you were hot.
yeah.
Unfortunately,
No, it's true, though.
Well, because they're also like, it's one sentence. Like, what can you really do in a sentence?
yeah, and
in
most
a
people
blurb.
are trying to be funny, and it's like half truth, anyways. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could you?
Look
What
your
would be a-
best.
Look your best, ladies. That's
I mean, why would you not?
Fair.
touche.
Hey, have someone proofread your pictures before you post them.
Honestly,
That's
that's the
brilliant.
best
It's
advice
also a
you
hot
could
take
give.
for guys, because apparently I had terrible pictures on mine, and I don't ever take pictures of myself. So, someone help me
don't
out with
make a
that.
touch.
But
No, that's hard.
Okay, next question. What do you think about the phrase, if he wanted to, he would?
it's completely true. What?
Really? You
Like
don't
what?
think it's ever taken too far?
There's so many different contexts. Like, is this like initial
That's so
dating?
true.
Are they dating? Is this a situationship? Is this
Let's do situationship.
Yeah, situationship is fun.
Yeah, exactly.
okay?
That's
so
what
this
gets
is like
on the most.
a couple weeks you guys have been out.
Yes.
4 to 5 hangouts.
4 to 5 hangout. Exactly.
And then what's the problem? Where would that phrase fit in?
So really with anything, but like, okay, let's take the situationship where, yeah, you've been dating for 2 or 3 months. Things are going well, but like she kind of is like wanting to like maybe like progress and be exclusive or whatever. Do you feel like the guy, if he wanted to, he like literally would make it exclusive? Right? Am I explaining that well?
Yeah. Or even like, here's where I think it also comes into play is where there's always like he's just bad at texting or he's bad at making plans. And he like in a situationship and it's like he doesn't really text you. He's not really good at making plans, but it's always like he's just so bad at that. And everyone else is like, well, if he wanted to do that, he would.
Yeah. First off, I'm bad at, you both know I'm bad at texting.
So am I.
So it's like, but if you're excited, then you're like texting.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I completely agree with it.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes maybe there's like some nudges. I think where it might be conflated or there's like if a guy is, because I'll usually do like the first, second date and 2 like maybe formal dates and then maybe like a side off hangout.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you kind of want to see a little bit of an effort made by the girl. And if that's the case, then you're like, okay, great. So if like the girl's sitting there after a guy's put in a couple dates worth of work,
Yeah.
and then you're still not really doing anything, or like, we should do this, or reaching out, then like in my mind, that's an immediate like, oh, she's probably not interested. And then if the girl's like, oh, but I am interested, I'm just waiting. Like if he would have wanted to, he would. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's at some point it's like she has to also say that she wants to.
Yeah. You can't just like sit around and wait for it. Cause like,
Yeah.
tall tale signs for me was like if I took a girl out on a first date and then she would like text me afterwards like, hey, I had such a great time. You don't have to say let's do something, but just like, hey, thanks for the date.
Okay, hold on.
This was a good
So
time.
you think you believe in the post-date text? Like that's like a huge signal to you.
It was a signal to me.
Okay.
I'd
I don't
agree.
think it's
I would agree
absolutely
too.
necessary.
I think if
I also
she
think
had
it's just a
fun.
form of common courtesy
Yeah.
of like, hey,
Wait.
thanks for dinner.
But if I had a bad date, let's say like we went on a first date and I don't want to go on a second date, should I still send a post-date text or does that send the wrong message?
That's a good point.
And then, because then it's like, am I leading you on?
Yeah.
Well, then in that case, no. Because maybe what I think should happen is universally, if you are interested, you send a post-date text. If not, then you don't.
I agree
Okay.
with you. I think that's a great.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
that's
just
the
a
camp
good
that I'm
hard.
in.
Me too. It's a good hard and fast rule.
Like if everyone
Yeah.
just simply accepts that, then like
It would make dating so much easier.
it would make it interesting.
because he was
Because
like,
if
he's
I-
like,
li-
okay, I
yeah.
should ask her out, or okay, I shouldn't.
Yeah.
If I take a girl out and she didn't send a post-date text, I was like,
Yeah, you're like,
it's probably not it.
vibes
And
are
I'm like,
off.
great.
Move on.
Easy.
And then you kinda go from there.
This also brings me to ghosting. There's so much conversation around ghosting. And I personally, after a first date, I think the ghost is the way to go. Like if I went on a first date with someone, don't want to go on a second date with them, and they text me like, hey, how are you doing? What am I supposed to say? Like, I'm doing so
Good,
well. Please
period.
don't ask me out again. Like, where do I go for it? Like, am I supposed to say like, I'm not interested? Do I text them and then not? Like, what do you do?
There was two Davids in the past. One was 100% ghosting is completely fine.
Yeah.
And then a little bit more of a mature side came out.
Okay.
But here's where I think it diverges. First dates and up until about 2 to 3 weeks, ghosting, again, should be universally accepted. Like, if I'm not responding, you're not interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've gone out and maybe like made out a couple times,
Yeah.
you probably owe it to the person to just be like, hey, you know what? It was fun while it lasted.
No,
But
I
I'm just
totally
not
agree.
interested.
I feel really good about what I feel like as my like moral guideline.
And honestly,
Okay.
No, I just feel like we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page.
No, I agree with you.
I just thought you were about to confess some sins on the podcast of some ghosting tendencies, and I was excited for that. But
no, not the time.
you also don't owe anybody anything, so you can do whatever you
No,
want.
yeah, you totally
but I
can.
think like if you've like become more intimate, that's probably when you owe it to the other person. But
I agree. No,
some guys will get mad if you like ghost them after the first date,
but
which like is weird.
Here's what's like with those guys that you've talked to. What do they actually want you to say? Because then all of a sudden they're like pissed when they're like, I didn't like you that much, so like don't tell me you don't like me.
I would just drop him and run. Like you don't want to be friends with that person, you know?
Like he's crazy, actually.
Like there's a couple
No,
people
yeah.
I think we both know that like do stuff like that, and it's just like, come on, just get over yourself.
Actually,
It's kind of like
fair.
it's like the girl version of that is like, oh, if he doesn't like me, he must be gay,
Yeah.
which has happened quite a few times. It's like, how about he just didn't,
like you.
And then for the
That's
guys,
just
it's like, well, why would she not want to go on another date? Because she doesn't want to. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, he's
That's
just not
so
that
true.
into you, honestly, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I have another question for you.
Okay.
So, do guys talk about their dating like lives with other guys? And then what are they saying about said dating?
Yeah.
It's very shallow. Not shallow, sorry. It's very like the depth of how much you talk about is very low.
Yeah.
Like I'll paint you a picture. You get back from a date, your roommates are home, you sit down on the couch and like, well, where were you? I was out on a date. And they're like, how was it? You're like, oh, I was all right. Is there going to be a second date? And you're like, oh, maybe. And that's literally the extent of what it is.
What did you? No, go ahead.
But then the contrast is like with Matt, your brother.
Yeah.
Like when he was dating Gabby and they were like thinking about getting married, we had like 3-hour long talks outside Sonic drinking ocean waters on like literally everything. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I think guys are very simple. As it gets deeper, there's more stuff to talk about.
For sure. It's like 6 months in, you kind of get the debrief eventually.
Yeah, you're not going to have a guy who gets home and is like, oh my gosh, let me tell you everything that happened on this date. First of all, wearing a turtleneck. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, what the heck? It's like, they're just not going to do that.
But if when it gets serious, it is like, well, these are the things I'm thinking about. This is what I'm liking. Whatever. This is how I'm feeling.
And I think it progresses. Like the first date, it's like, oh, it was good. Yeah, I'd probably ask
and
her
it's
out
like
again.
also there's like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah. And then the second date or third date, you're like, oh, we had a lot of fun. I think she's really cool, and you get like more excited about it.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think guys really care as much to know all that's going on.
Wait, I have a question actually.
Great.
What if, like, you have been dating for 6 months and
Happened once in my life. Got it. Okay, continue.
You're a favorite person to ask.
Yeah.
You break up, like you break up with them.
I break up with them.
Or like, no, let's say they broke up with you. So like you're kind of heartbroken. Like, do you talk about it with your guy friends and stuff? Or is it just like, how you doing, bro? Ugh, sucky. Cool.
Is that your best version of a guy? Yeah. Cool, bro. Yeah, sucky.
I know, that's how I feel like the guys talk.
What do guys do? Side note, this is a hot take.
Yeah.
I have been rejected many times, but I don't allow it to get to the point where they reject me, so I don't really know. Like, if I feel something is coming on, or I feel like it's not happening, I will remove myself from the situation.
Yeah.
So, like, I think I've gotten fully rejected, broken up with probably like 2 or 3 times in my life.
What about your friends? What about your friends when
with
they
friends,
get broken
I
up
think there's some emotional men out there, that's for sure. So a lot of them will be like in their feels.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was the question?
Like when they're like, what are they doing? They're in their fields. Are they like listening to music?
Are they talking to you about it, kind of like unloading?
Like,
so interesting. Like we don't know this.
Okay, men are suffering. I want to know why and how.
Yes. I'm like, what is that? Like, are they listening to like Taylor Swift? Because that's what the girls do.
I think it's a very internal thing. I think sometimes you'll talk about it with your guy friends of like what else is there to talk about? You know, it's like she broke up with me. This sucks.
Yeah.
Kind of what you're saying, like, bro, dude, sick. Like, that sucks.
He literally said exactly what you said.
So that's fair, but like at the same time, it's like what you just internally, you kind of just eat it, you take it, and then I don't know. Some guys will like kind of mope and like maybe just be in their room for a little while.
Yeah.
Some people will like get into their villain arc and go on like a rampage and just like try to kiss as many girls as possible. Different coping mechanisms for sure.
If you have like a friend that's in like a toxic relationship where they're like breaking up and getting back together all the time, do you ever say anything or do you just kind of let them do their thing?
Depends on how good of a friend.
Let's say they're like kind of a bestie.
If it's not that close, I'm like, you can do whatever you want. I like, it's your life. I'm not going to tell you how to live it.
Like, good luck.
If it was a close friend, you'd maybe want to like tell them.
Yeah.
It's always tough when I've never encountered this situation.
Yeah.
In college, you probably encountered it a little bit more. Actually, that's not true. I still wouldn't do anything. In college, we didn't do anything. There's a lot of random crazy ones, and we're just like, nope.
Like, let it ride.
Honestly, it'll figure itself out. So
it usually does, actually.
It definitely does. I can attest. Most people, it worked out great.
That kills me.
It does kill me too.
Yeah, we just don't really talk about it.
Really? Even if it was like really like a tumultuous ending, it's still just not like just water under the bridge.
Well, no, I can, but I feel like there are some guys that are into that. Because I remember specifically, well, I wasn't there, but you were there with Matt and a friend who had just gotten broken up with.
Oh my goodness!
And you guys were talked for hours. I mean, she was like just like bubs, just hanging out there.
Yeah, it was just we were at the gym and
for hours.
There was a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot more intense, though.
That's fair.
I think it's different from having like a girlfriend of like 3 months.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess it really just depends.
But actually, to be fair, I had a friend. Oh my gosh, there's just like, who the heck knows? I don't know.
It just depends.
Like, I had a friend who dated someone for like 3 to 4 weeks, and they were emotional wreck and only wanted to talk about it. So.
Probably like girls a little bit in that way. Like there's a range of people, like what they want.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
Crazy. Do you know right off the bat if you're into a girl? Like how long does it take for you to be like, I like her, I want to take her out?
Yeah. Well, it's like, there's an initial physical attraction.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a baseline. So whether that's like 6 and above, 7 and above, great. Right?
What was your number?
I don't know. It's contextual. I don't know.
Sad to see.
You want me to draw you a bar graph? I don't know. Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys don't have to use this, but this is something. This is a buddy from freshman year. He taught me this like right when I got back from my mission.
Yeah.
And he called it the X factor. Everyone talks about the X factor of like, oh, they just didn't have it. Like, it wasn't there. And it's like, it's so hard. And they're like, well, why? And then no one has a good reason to explain why. And it's essentially 4 levels of attraction in this order. It's a physical attraction, social attraction, emotional, and then spiritual. Oh. So usually for me to want to go out with a girl, there's got to be physical, obviously.
Yeah.
But then if I have a fun time talking to her, or like they seem fun, then like the social attraction is there. She can handle herself in a room. She has fun. She has friends, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously like emotional, that's like where like love comes into play. And like, can I talk to this person on an intellectual and deep level? And then spiritual, like, should I marry this person?
Yeah.
Feels good. Right. So that's essentially how I would like gauge if like, okay, is physical attraction great? Is there also like a social attraction of like, I like their personality, then great. And that's usually when I would decide to like go out.
Interesting. So do you think that like someone can make it out of the friend zone? Or because there's a lot of girls have theories that guys have like buckets where they're like, if they're going to ask you out, like you're in the ask outable bucket or you're not. So you're like, hey, let's say they have physical attraction and then you're like, okay, we're friends for like 6 months. Is there really any way to get out of the friend zone, or is it's like, it would have happened by now?
I think there are buckets and they're hard to move, but I don't think it's necessarily like impossible.
Yeah. Hard and fast.
Because sometimes like back to like girls and guys, like in the same friend group, can they get out of it? Like, can like someone show initial attraction? I think, yeah, like absolutely. Because like sometimes guys or girls would be like, I haven't thought about them in that way.
Yeah.
And then you start to think about it a little bit more and you're like, okay, great. Yeah, maybe that would be a great thing. So I think you can move buckets. I think it's extremely hard.
And also, sometimes I feel like the person that moves buckets probably isn't your wife. Like, you may get a date or two.
Oh my gosh, I totally agree with
But like
this.
realistically, like it's probably not going the distance.
You probably have a subconscious bias to that person the first time you see them and talk to them.
I don't know.
And it's very hard to go against that.
I like personally agree with that. I feel like from a guy's perspective, for some reason, they kind of like want to go out with you or they don't.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe. I don't know. I feel like girls are a little bit more like...
If he wanted to, he would.
If he wanted to, he would. I don't know.
Yeah, girls are a little more swayed.
But I do have to compliment you on like the structure you just gave.
Yes.
Like the little like physical,
I didn't come up with it. Morgan Unga came up with it.
Well, shout out to
Thanks,
I haven't talked to him in like 3 or 4 years, but
We'll tag him in the
But
clip.
like, I feel like that is kind of how it all works. Because it's like, well, do I think they're cute? And then you just kind of go from there.
yeah.
And it's like, do I like them? Like, you go ask them on a date, and then it's like, oh wait, they suck. So it's like, oh, I'm not gonna go out with them.
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
You all know those dinner dates where you're like, this is
You're
it's like
I wanna
talking to
get
a brick
out.
wall,
Yeah.
No, it's literally
pulling
a
teeth,
nightmare.
you know?
Do girls like? Are there any like immediate icks or red flags for you?
Yep.
And what are they?
Tell us more.
One is a girl who doesn't have like passion or hobbies. I've had conversations because my wife, she's very into like, so she cheered at BYU, does stunting, loves like doing that sort of stuff. So she would go like stunt with people, or she liked going to CrossFit by herself, or it's just like nice to see a girl have passions.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not saying that like girls don't have passions, but it's the same flip side for guys. It's like if you see a guy, dead end job, doesn't really like have anything he gets excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of annoying. So I think that's like one of the biggest things of like, they like their job or they like the industry that they're in, or they've got hobbies, you know?
Yeah.
Do you care? Do you have anything else actually in the icks bucket before I ask this question?
Let me think on it.
Okay,
That's a good one.
Do you feel like, was it really important for you for like the girl to be really successful in their job or like vocation, or did you really not care?
Yeah.
I mean, success is like, what do you mean? Like
Did they-
financially or?
Well, like, do they need to be like career, like, do they need to be like ambitious, like career driven, career focused? Like, did you really care about that? Or is it like,
I
need to
care
have a
about it
job?
personally. I don't think some guys like just want like a housewife, which sounds terrible, but some women want to be a housewife.
Yeah,
so that's
no, it's
great.
fine.
I think for me, what like initially attracted me about Anna was that like she's a nurse. So it sounds bad, but I wouldn't say it's like necessarily like a very successful field where you can move up and do a lot of things with, but she was like extremely like she worked in the NICU. So she was extremely passionate about it and would always want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. So I think that's success for her, that she found something that she wanted to do. Like she was a kid and she like got like a stethoscope for like Christmas. So she like wanted to do that.
Why are nurses always like that?
Oh
Like
my
they
gosh.
always only want to be nurses from the time they're like 4. Our
your
sister was the
sister?
same
Yeah.
way. It was like she's always going to be a nurse, and
And they're like the best nurses ever.
I know,
They're
they're
like
so good.
passionate people.
Yeah.
Like Anna switched to like a clinic where she's doing a lot more like desk job stuff and hates it. So it's like, it's cool to see that she like misses the NICU and wants to go back.
Yeah.
And, like, that's something she's passionate about. So
Oh, that's super sick.
yeah, I don't think they need to be successful, but I think like being excited and passionate about something is very attractive.
Yeah. If they like hated their job but were like passionate about something else, do you think that would satisfy
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
thing? Yeah. It's just like,
because I think I'm not necessarily passionate about like my, like super passionate about my job. I
Yeah.
enjoy it, but there's things I'm passionate about.
for sure.
I think just like being excited about something, because like what's the alternative?
For sure.
Just like kind of going along
Kinda boring.
life and just kind of being boring.
Yeah. Makes the person like a little more dynamic, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's like your own
Like,
individual person. I feel like it would make your relationship more like enjoyable
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you have stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
And I would say something I've learned in marriage is it's good to have independent hobbies of each other. It's fun to do stuff together, but it's also really good to be able to like if I go play basketball at night, which is one of my passions, like something I like Anna is completely fine on her own doing her own thing.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
it's so crucial. It's like so key, honestly.
So
And I love a side quest.
Okay, I have another situation for you.
great.
Let's say you have been hanging out with someone for like 2 or 3 months, situationship kind of thing.
Great.
Whatever. Yeah, 1 to 3 months, whatever. And the girl is kind of noticing that he's like pulling back a bit, like he's slower to respond. You don't hang out quite as much, but like still a little bit.
Yeah.
What should you do as a girl? And is there a reason for that also?
Probably because they're not as interested. It's just it's black and white.
It's so good.
I think here's the thing is like too many people just want like, oh, well, maybe like you need to put in more work, or like maybe he's just super busy. And it's like at the end of the day, it's like the hard truth is just like they're probably not
Yeah.
interested, and there's probably nothing you can do to try to save it.
Oh my gosh.
That's so good.
So
Like, yeah, you can't fix them.
like do it like for me, if that was happening, it's like immediately foot off the gas. If he wanted to, he would, you know, it just
He
comes
could.
back to that.
That's so good. What if it's been like, say 5 months and you like kind of address the elephant in the room and he's like, I'm just kind of a slow mover. What do you think about that?
You got to talk more. You got to try to pry it open. And honestly, I would say like just ask direct questions. So like,
Yeah.
I'm in sales, and like too much of early in my career, I try to beat around the bush, like sugarcoat it, and it just like wouldn't get you places.
Yeah.
If you ask direct questions, you get direct answers. I think that's kind of
true.
it. So like, if they're like, oh, I'm just a slow mover, then I mean, just like throw it right back in their face and be like, are you just not interested, or like, do you just want to take this slow? And like, I don't know, just try to get more of an answer, because you don't want to
Yeah.
be, the last thing I think someone would want to do is waste their time and like
Yeah.
be like, I'm a slow mover, but really they just want to get some every other week.
Yeah.
And then, which is terrible, but
No, but it's
That
so
happens.
true. They just like have,
Happens.
or even just having like a regular person in their life. They just kind of want a companion until like their actual person comes along.
yeah, people like feeling wanted and like
Yeah.
cared for, but that doesn't mean they want to end up with you, you know,
Yeah, they don't love you.
which is tough, but
It's always the truth. And so much of it is just asking the hard questions. Like people don't want to like be annoying and ask hard questions, but it's like, we either have to leave or ask hard questions.
that like opens up another thing where it's just like, we're cooked. The generation is cooked. I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
It's just like no one knows how to have a real conversation. It's all behind screens. No one wants to
Yeah.
call anymore. And I was guilty of this. I don't want to like say that I was like perfect, because I definitely wasn't, and I'm still not, and suck at communicating. But it's like that's really the only way to get to like the bottom of stuff and figuring out is just being able to like talk
Yeah.
about it. Because like everyone wants to hide behind it and just send a text and like hope for the best, but like texts are misread. You don't know what it actually means. So I don't know. I think that's just like a huge disservice if you're not able to talk about it.
That's so true. We did a whole episode on that. And I do think that also like the way that you handle your relationship when you're dating is like going to go into like, say you do get married, like it's all the same communication skills. Like it's not like all of a sudden you're married and you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to want to be super open and like have really tough conversations with you. It's like,
Yeah.
no, like the communication habits you have when you're dating is what's going to happen when you're married.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. For sure. I sucked at it.
Well, I'm glad you're so good at communicating.
I know. It's really
Well, I don't think
impressive.
I am. I just think it's like it
Awareness
I
is
feel
the
like
first
you
step.
are. No, I feel like you are.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be really good at that.
in a relationship, like like you can ask Anna. I think I really because I think I'm a people pleaser, like pretty bad. Where like I'm just fine going along with the flow, and I don't think I really care. So like a lot when we were dating, she's like, "Oh, where do you want to go to eat?" And then I'd be like, "Where do you want to go to eat?"
Oh,
and like
yeah.
I would probably have an opinion on somewhere, but you don't want to be nice.
Yeah.
And then you like realize you don't really like have opinions on things. And then when it comes to like for something hard, like a real conversation, it's near impossible to share your feelings.
Yeah.
Which if you ask Anna how I share my feelings, it's close to none, and she'd be really upset about it. But that's like kind of how it is. But
Wait,
you just gotta
okay,
learn
not
how
to get
do
too
it.
personal, but like, how did you kind of learn to get better at that? Because I feel like honestly,
You have to
it's
do
like
it,
so
and it
spooky.
sucks.
Yeah.
There were
It's so
times,
spooky, and like you know,
Yeah.
when like you're like you know you have to have a conversation with
No.
someone, and you're like sweating before
I'm sweating
a
right
little
now.
bit. But no, like I feel like it's really hard.
Yeah, I literally had to like when I asked Anna to be my girlfriend, like after like a month,
Yeah.
I froze. Like I literally sat there for like minutes of like how to, and luckily she wasn't like weirded out by it. It was probably really uncomfortable, but like I just like didn't know how to do it. And I just sat there until eventually I was just like, okay, fine, I'm just gonna ask it. And then I did it, and then she's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, I guess it wasn't that hard. So how do you get better? You just effing do it. That's really what you have to do.
It's so true. That's like literally the only way.
It really is. And I feel like once you say like once it gets past like the initial, I feel like it gets way easier too.
Yeah.
It's like it's that first like hard question, then it's like, okay, we can like start flowing from here.
Yeah. But you kind of have to do that with every hard conversation. You think it's going to get
exactly.
easier after that, but it doesn't.
No.
It's still hard,
Yeah, still spooky.
but it
yeah.
gets more comfortable to bring things up
Yeah.
and talk about it.
Yeah, you have like better forum for it, I feel like, as
But
well.
set the precedent, like, I don't know, at the beginning, just have like direct conversations. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Is
too
that
many people
early?
are like, if I'm not myself or if I say something wrong, like they're not going to be interested anymore. And it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
I mean, don't say
Find out
something
your
crazy,
person.
but like,
yeah.
And I
don't
feel
know.
like people liking you is actually more resilient than you think. Like if someone likes you and then you like do something kind of weird, typically they get over it. Like if they actually like you,
Oh yeah, they don't really care.
yeah.
Oh, you disagree?
This was good.
No, I think girls have like icks that they hold on to forever. Like there was like this trend where I think from a guy's perspective, just seeing like girls were like, oh, well, he like something dumb, like wearing a Patagonia jacket with like Crocs. And they're like, I can't do it.
Rebecca's like, I saw his toes.
I saw his toes. They've got like the toe thumb things, and they're like, can't unsee it. They could be. It's like that trend where it was like he's a 10 butt, and it's like
Yeah.
the butt actually carries weight.
But does it with guys though? I feel like with guys they're a little like generally resilient. Like I would embarrass myself on like our third date and it'd be fine. Like Davis was like, you're
here's the
cute.
thing, like, and yeah, like if it's embarrassing, here's the thing: if the guy like thinks you're funny or like likes you and thinks you're attractive,
Yeah.
and you do something like that, it's like that's cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
exactly.
That's
It's
fair.
funny.
But if you're like on the edge and it's like,
Yeah,
what did she just say? I don't know.
So true.
that's
though.
true. Then you just got sent over the edge.
Okay, can you share the story of how you and your wife like met, started dating, got married, etc.? I feel like it's like pretty telling for the girls, honestly.
Yeah,
If you wanted to,
And I
you
love the
would.
story, by the way. We love Anna. Shout out Anna.
Yeah, she's awesome.
she's gonna love this. She's like, make sure you talk about how we met. Okay, I was like, okay, great. So we got set up back in college, like 2017, 2018 by a mutual friend. So it was one of those. It actually worked. Actually, it did work. Because I had a friend that I worked with that I thought Anna was cute. I would see Anna at like the basketball games cheering, and I thought she was cute. And then I found out they were friends. And at work, I'd be like, oh, you should. She was like, I can set you up with a couple of my friends. I'm like, I would love to be set up. So she set up like a group hangout. We hung out, and then we eventually went out. Fast forward to the date, we went on a lunch date
Okay.
in the middle of the week. So it was very,
Love it.
very low maintenance.
Casual.
And then she didn't really think much of it. I think details are a little hazy. I think we mutually didn't like it. She would say I texted her and she didn't respond. And then I fizzled out.
So she hit you with a ghost, kind of.
She hit me with a ghost.
Okay.
I disagree with it, but she say she hit me with a ghost. It's fine.
That was a pain smile you gave me.
That's fine. It's whatever. It worked out in the end. She came groveling back, you know. So then fast forward, we both graduated, we moved to Vineyard, and then we would just see each other around. There was like one Sunday where we showed up and she was like with her sister and I was with my friend. We talked for a little bit and then we like kind of went our separate ways, and then her sister was like, like, how do you know him? And she's like, oh, from like college. And she's like, he's cute. And she's like, and then Anna, that's when it switched for Anna. She's like, oh, you know what? He is kind of cute. And I was like, granted, I had a bit of a glow up. Like tore my ACL, gained a little bit of weight. Then COVID was good to me.
COVID was good to you.
And then we just started like seeing each other around. And then we went on a trip with a group to St. George on like a boating trip. And that's when like we like flirted and like started talking more.
Okay.
And then what happened after that?
Did she have a boyfriend at this point?
No.
Okay.
She had broken up with someone, and then we started going to CrossFit together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just like never asked her out.
Yeah.
And like was kind of like moseying along, and then she was going out with another guy.
Okay, why didn't you ask her out? Were you kind of like, well, she ghosted me the first time, or were you just kind of like not really sure where she was at?
So I was like decent friends with someone who had dated her in the past, and I just didn't want to like step on any toes or anything like that. So
Totally.
I kind of was like sitting on the fence, even though I did want to. I felt like a little bad.
Yeah.
And then she had started going out on dates with another guy at the time. And then the whole time she was like hoping I would ask her out, didn't end up asking her out. And then finally she was like, well, this guy's interested, so I'm going to go out with this guy. So they started dating.
Oh.
And then we'd like see each other at like church or like around. And then we had a lot of mutual friends. And then there was like whispers of like, oh, she was always like interested at some point. So I was kind of like held on to a little bit of hope. And then my last 6 months before I wasn't single got really ballsy. I was like, I just like gave zero F's about anything anymore. So I don't advocate for it, but I just like didn't care. So about a month before or 2 months before we started going out, she was dating someone, and I just texted her and said, hey, I know you're dating someone and I don't want to step on any toes, but like love to take you out if anything ever changes, and just kind of left it at that. And she was really nice. She's like, yeah, I'm dating someone right now. Thanks for your text, but like I just need to go like figure this out and like see what happens with this. And I wasn't expecting anything besides that. And then about a month later, she broke up with him, and then she texted me.
She texted you.
Okay, so she texted you.
She then texted me about 2 weeks after they broke up and said, hey, does your offer still stand? And then we went out.
I love it.
It was great.
And then like the rest is history.
And then we hung out every day, and then like 3 or 4 weeks in, I asked her to be my girlfriend, and then we got engaged a year later.
Wow.
By the way, I am loving the text to her. I think it's so tactful and like direct, and then just like, hey, just like, by the way.
It was very tasteful.
It was so tasteful.
It could have not worked. Like
Also,
it really couldn't.
Were you really nervous? Like, did you like send the text?
Oh, it was
over
one
the
of those
phone?
you send the text and you throw it immediately in the corner of the room, and then you go do something else.
Pretend it never happened.
And I didn't get a text back, I think, for like 12 to 14 hours or something. Like it was a while, so it was like But past the first or second hour, you're like, F it, I don't even care.
Yeah, like
true.
Like I did it, but in the first like little bit, you're like, oh shoot, that was kind of, why did I send that?
Like I'm gonna have to see her at the gym.
But even if it didn't work out, I think it like, I don't know. Just back to the communication thing. It's just like ask for what you want, and if you don't get it, you don't get it. But at least you tried.
Well, it like just wouldn't have mattered. It would be like, oh yeah, I texted her, then she like married that guy, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Like if it hadn't gone your way, it's like whatever. Who cares?
Yeah. So.
And you weren't mean. That's the worst. Like if they're like mean or like weird. Like you were really nice, and you're like I don't expect anything to go.
Yeah, I think like any guy that gets mad, it's just like it feels weird to me. It's like, why are you gonna go down swinging? Like a girl says you don't like them. It's like why make matters worse? It's like, hey, I'm not really that interested. And you're like, well, why? It's like, who cares? They're not. So, and then it gets a bad taste in the girl's mouth, and the girl spreads that, and it's worse off for the guy. And now we've got reputations in Utah County for other people. So it's great.
That's a brilliant piece of advice, I think, actually. Not just but for the guys.
No,
and
for the guys, honestly.
Think about it. From a girl's perspective, you're single right now. Not to call you out, but you are. But like how, like if you are going out with a guy and then you text him and say, hey, I'm not interested, like really like you as a person, love to stay friends or whatever. And a guy hits you back with something along the lines of like, hey, no worries. Good luck to you. Something like that. Immediately you're like, well, were they not interested?
You're like, wait, what? Actually, no.
And I don't think that's a good way to like get back with someone, but like I think like the best thing you can do is act as nonchalant as possible. So if a guy breaks up with you guys over text or something for girls, the best thing you could do is just be like, essentially like K period.
Yeah.
No, literally.
But just be like, hey, thanks for letting me know. Great.
I
light.
love that.
No, that's so
like,
good.
Literally, I love that.
Punches them right in the mouth.
And punch them in the mouth, and then also you don't look like, as a receiver, you just don't look crazy. And then you leave them waiting. You're like, Wait, that was the response?
Well, 'cause
I
also-
thought they liked me more.
Well, if you receive a crazy message, you're going to tell everyone, like, I just told him I wasn't interested, and he sent me this, like,
Diabolical message.
super long, and you're going to tell everyone.
And then to your point, his reputation's ruined.
yeah, like, she's going to tell me I'm married. Every single person I know will know.
Yep.
I need to save everyone.
I feel like that was a really great piece of advice. Do you have any last advice for
Yeah.
ladies? Or men,
ladies?
actually, in the dating sphere?
I don't know.
You guys don't have to
You've
have
given
any.
us a lot of good advice,
have.
honestly. Good perspectives. We
There's
appreciate
like,
it.
Yeah, there's always like the classic advice. I think now it's like, it feels like it's so easy saying it from here, but it's like dating should be fun. And
Yeah.
it sounds like so cliche, but I remember for me, like I go to like parties weren't fun, going to group hangouts weren't fun because the whole time I'm like, okay, who's cute? If no one's cute, I'm not gonna have a good time, so I'm just gonna leave early. Or like,
Yeah.
like all these things, or even like in the initial like first couple of dates, it wasn't really focused on having fun. It's like, okay, am I saying all the right things? Is she having a good time? And then like, is she like someone I want to spend the rest of my life with? And it's like, how dumb is that? Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
So I would say like, have fun. Just ask for what you want. I don't know.
I love that.
No, you've given us like 40 minutes of advice, so we
Great.
appreciate it.
I have nothing else to
No, I
say.
have nothing
That was
left.
amazing.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
Love you, David and Anna.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.